Sabah al khair, boys and girls. This week we're going to continue to think about being thinkers, good thinkers. Every time you choose to do something in the classroom, at break times, on the way to your car at the end of the day, at home, you are making a choice. And I want you to get back into the habit of thinking before you make that choice and making a good choice, a good decision. I'm going to ask you some questions just now that have some possible answers. I'm hoping that the answer will be fairly obvious to you. So let's think. If you can't do a piece of work in class or you're finding it difficult, what should you do? Should you give up? Should you copy from the person next to you or closest to you? Or should you do your best and then explain to the teacher what you're having a problem with? Can you work out what the best choice is? I hope it's obvious. What about if somebody is annoying you in class or at break time? They've said something silly to you and you're feeling a bit annoyed. Should you hit them or kick them? Should you use really bad language and say some horrible things to them to make sure that they know how annoyed you are? Or should you go and speak to the teacher who's on duty? Again, I hope it's obvious what the right choice is. If somebody bumps into you, maybe you're both going to get something from your bag and they bump into you, should you push them back hard? Should you use bad language? Should you stop and think, I think that was an accident, I'll ignore it? Or if you can't ignore it, should you speak to the teacher and get them to sort it out? There were two right answers there. I hope you can work out which ones they were. If you want to see your brother or your sister or your cousin or your friend at break time, but they're in another year group that plays in a different part of the playground, should you just go and see them even though you know they're playing in another part of the playground? Or should you stop and think, the rules are there for a reason, I'll do the right thing? Just two choices there. One of them's right, one of them's wrong. I think you know which one is wrong. If a teacher tells you to do something or not to do something, what do you do? Do you just carry on and do it anyway because you want to? Do you wait until the teacher's busy doing something else and do it behind their back? Or do you stop and think, I've been told not to do this, I will not do it? Again, I hope you can hear the right choices in all those cases. Now, boys and girls, some of those seem really silly. I bet every single one of you is saying, I know what the right choice is in all those cases that Miss Laura has mentioned. And I know you do. But we have had far too many times when people did not stop to think and did not make the right choice. They have gone ahead and made the wrong choices and done the wrong things. There has been far too much hitting and kicking, using nasty language and saying horrible things to each other, far too much playing in the wrong part of the playground, far too much giving up if you're not sure of the answer, and far too much not doing what a teacher's just told you to do. Now, I know that you know what to do. I know how well children at the Sultan School can behave. So I want to remind you, before you make a choice as to what you're going to do, I want you to remind you to stop and think. Be a thinker. Make the right choices with your behaviour. And then as we come into our National Day week, where we're so proud of our country and our school, if we're all stopping and thinking and all making our right choices, we are helping to make the Sultan School a happy, healthy and safe place to study in. So boys and girls, before you act, before you say something, stop and think. Is this the right decision? What am I going to do? Good choices, please, boys and girls. Make good choices. Have a great week and enjoy National Day. I look forward to seeing you looking beautiful and handsome in your National Day dress. Bye-bye.